Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. How are we all doing? Happy Monday. How was your weekend? How are you feeling? I've got hair falling, cards falling, hair stuck to my face. It's a whirly morning for me personally. I don't know about you, but I sure felt the energies this weekend in a very whirly, pesky, pokey kind of way. Like, you know that saying of like, don't poke the bear? I kind of felt like I was the bear this weekend, even though I didn't necessarily want to be or also need to be. And that's what I found really interesting. I found that I was like witnessing myself being both happy and irritated, peaceful and overwhelmed, like this really neat play of duality all at the same time. And then there was like this third part of me watching it and laughing, and not in mockery of myself, but in kind of this lighthearted nature. It was really, really interesting to observe. And so I found if I was getting frustrated, I would get frustrated, and then I would have kind of the comeback to that frustration of like, well, you know, you understand that this and this, and then I would find myself laughing because I'm like, I can't even be frustrated with that because I can have compassion for the situation. So it was a very whirly weekend. I'm still feeling that a little bit this morning, but it almost feels like I'm getting to the bottom of like some water slide or something like that. So that's why I say I'm really curious how all of you are feeling this morning. I decided to use a deck that I don't use very often. It's a tarot deck. It's the Tarot of the Divine. It's all based on myths and legends, so every card has something to do with that. I just had these 3 jumpers come out. I'm going to take it, but then I'm also going to pull just a couple clarifiers after. Felt very specific. Okay. So interesting that I said like coming towards the bottom of a water slide. I always find as I start communicating and chatting with all of you and kind of bringing the guides in, there's always a theme that tends to carry out in the cards. And I'm really seeing that, which is why I want to keep these. So we have the Knight of Cups, followed by the 10 of Wands, followed by the 4 of Coins or Pentacles. So Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups tells me that there's something coming in, and we've been talking about this. Many of you probably had a very active, synchronistic, fruitful, shifting weekend. We are in Mercury retrograde. We are also in the eclipse gateway, so that's lots of energies. And it's interesting, the eclipse gateway is all about movement, endings, new beginnings, releases, transformation. And then we have Mercury retrograde, which is like hiccups and tech errors, pause, rest, review, also communication issues. And I mean, maybe that's why I felt so discombobulated this weekend. However, this card tells me that there's something coming in. So knights are usually the energy of something on its way. The knight is carrying it in on his horse. And this one being the Knight of Cups, there's something for the heart, something coming in an emotional way right now for all of you in a general way. And again, take what resonates in these general messages. If something that I say doesn't resonate, then it's not for you at that time. So in general, there's something coming in to do with the emotional landscape, something in which for more people on an emotional level, this could also be relationship level, there is an ending. An opportunity to put down a burden is really what I want to say. 10 of Wands is really about putting down a burden, releasing something that is over, something you no longer need to carry. And because of that, there can be beautiful new growth. So if you see, there's a skull here, but through the skull grows this beautiful tree. And so it's kind of, I see this in a really beautiful way because we have the Knight of Cups, cups being the emotional gift, a gift of something, connecting to an ending. There's an ending somehow that allows this new beginning. And I like that. I really like this spin on it. So I don't see this as a negative. Don't let this skull fool you. It just represents the end of something for the birth of new life here. So it's really beautiful in this deck. Now in this transition, I love that this card came out. This 4 of Coins or 4 of Pentacles can mean financial stability, structure, feeling stable in your life. But what I really want to echo on this card is how the vulture or the condor, depending how you read this, has this wing surrounding this person in the middle. And that really is a symbolism of protection. So the reason why I really like that is with this energy coming in and this ending and beginning, you're protected. You're protected in your stability on this planet. You're protected in your role of who you are. You're protected in what you've been creating already is protected by the universe. It's got its wings around you in protection to keep what you've built, but allow you to release what no longer applies. And that's the energy coming in right now. So I think that's really interesting, the fact that we're starting with that this week. I love that, especially after this kind of wonky, fun, crazy, frustrating, mixed bag of goodness, I will say, that was this weekend. I like that that's the energies coming. Now, like I said, I want to clarify and see if there is more specificity. I'm just listening to see if my guides had anything specific they wanted to say. They're saying look for continuity. There's also going to be a theme this week about continuity. And they're saying part of the continuity that you put in, continuity in practice, they're saying, will help the continuity from the universe show up. So continual unfolding of your journey, continual unfolding of the synchronistic things or alignments. There's this like continual evolution or unfolding. And that's why we have that Knight of Cups, that energy coming in, bringing more of that coming in. Okay, now I have 2 cards that just want to pop out big time. We're going to take them. They are allowing themselves out. Okay, so we have the Judgment card here, and we also have the 5 of Coins, 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, fair. Okay, so I was just asking my guides how they want me to read this 5 of Coins card, because sometimes this can mean you're feeling really left out. And what happens is the person in this card doesn't realize that they can actually just walk around the corner and walk into the church. They're not stuck outside, but from their perspective, they think they are. Now, for some of you, that may be the case. You feel like this ending and new beginning is never going to happen because you're being left out. Or maybe you feel like the universe is kind of leaving you out to dry, not talking to you, but really the universe is protecting you and wrapping you in its wings. So this card is suggesting that in one way. In another way, I want to say that this card means you have the ability to walk inside, to change your environment, to change the way things are unfolding for you. And what I really get, especially emphasized with this card, is the universe knows that. The whole reason why this Knight of Cups energy is coming in is because of what you have put into play. You have created what's going on with your wands. So you're actually not stuck outside because we have the Judgment card. Now the Judgment card is essentially a judgment, a decision, a choice has already been made. You've already made your choice. So trust you're not stuck outside. The universe knows you've made your choice. And because you've made your choice, they're wrapping their wings around you. You're protected. You're safe. Your heart's desires, your secrets, your wants, your wishes, your intentions, your creations have been heard, and they are coming in with the Knight of Cups. Your emotional landscape, wants, dreams, desires are coming in. So remember, you're not stuck out in the cold. You have everything you need to move forward. You need to trust in your path. Know that endings happen for new beginnings. And you're right at that threshold for many of you. And so, like I said, some of you may already be seeing the fruits of that, while others of you are just about to see it. But do know it is on its way. So, powerful Monday morning for everyone. What a great reading, great way to start the day. I'm curious how your week unfolds for all of you. And I just want to say to all of you that are new to my channel, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. I love your comments, your energy. My page is all about, taking life as it is, the reality of it, whether it be channels from spirit, information through the cards, messages, spirit messages, you name it. Bringing it across as real as possible, but also with a spin of what can we do about it? How can we turn this into a good thing? How can we stay positive? How can we stay high vibrational in these changing times? Because that's really what matters. These changing times are not easy, but we're here to do our work, to help others shine their light. And the way that we do that is by shining our light. Know thyself. Like Plato said, that's why we're here. We're here to know who we are, to be who we are, and to shine who we are, which allows others to feel that they too can do the same. They can be who they are. So my wish for you is that you have an amazing Monday. I also want to say, check out the podcast this week. It's very near and dear to my heart. It is live today, one with my daughter, my 9-year-old. We had a conversation about spirit, all things spirit from her perspective. It's really a lot of fun. It follows on the heels of the podcast last week, which was how to talk to your children about spirituality. So it's kind of a part 2. So if you have any young ones in your life, those are definitely 2 great podcasts to listen to on tips and tricks and ideas of how to have these conversations. And so I hope you enjoyed. Check it out on either this platform or any audio platform. I'll be back again tomorrow, everyone. Have a wonderful Monday. I'll see you soon.